because it's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Chicago Bears. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Hey, exit.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check, 56. Okay, double up, double up, double up, double up. Kill, kill, kill. Check, 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 check.
Be careful, be careful.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Second and 11. And he fires one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a second and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
First down, Washington.
Let's go now. Before we get to Pittsburgh. He's time to win. It's time to run.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. That means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Hey, Hayward!
Brings up second and
To throw on second down. Mills. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
first down.
Ready?
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go, G.
Leo! Let's go.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Mills. Looking end zone for Jones. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 17 yards that time at a Washington first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come on, D. Watch the safety crease.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 20.
I know the game continues to evolve, and we have a lot of exotic stuff nowadays. I can't help it. I love a good old-fashioned draw play.
Who's typically fooled on defense on a play like that, a successful draw play?
Typically, it's the defensive line that's fooled because they're just pinning their ears back and going after the quarterback. And once they create some space and you get past them, you usually have a long way to go.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Maybe a yard down to the 23. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run it now out of the gun. Open space inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Bears take over first and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Mike, set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Wide. Get wide. Bang, 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 bang.
6-6. Bullet high.
Patchy.
Bravo.
Twist. Check nickel.
And ready.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get down.
Back to throw. Mills. Open man is Trey Burton. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On the set.
53 is the mic.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Smooth.
Check. 53 is mic. Check. 53 is mic.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go.
To throw on 3rd down. Mills. The open man is Smith. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Go, go. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Now Cohen. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Go.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
You ain't going nowhere.
On 3rd down, Mills. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Montez Sweat able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. 31 yards there and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Yo, go!
53, Mike.
Throwing on first down, Mills. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, Foxtrot.
From the gun, Mills. And he'll find Hall. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Yep.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Hey, Delta.
Check. 53 is Mike. Check. 53 is Mike. Not today, you are. Not today.
Fire.
Throwing again. Mills. And he completes it to Cohen. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Let's go. Hey, we got
22 jet bomber.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Hey, watch it.
Hey!
Motion backfield. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. You gonna get this, boy?
Big grip.
Looking to throw. Mills. to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
Check. Crunch.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Below Nichols in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, they might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse. How's that?
8 ounces good.
All right, just checking.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Mills. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 9-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And his kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a third down. Off the play fake, Mills, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On first down, here's Love. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Following the fumble recovery, Mills, the screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Off play action, Mills. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Reuben Foster picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Check 26, check 26.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Check three, check three.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
The Redskins send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bears take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
Come on,
The
set.
Bears
60
offense
Alpha.
ready to go for their next drive.
Hey, Alpha.
56 to Mike, boys.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
61, match box. Ready?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mills, he completes it to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check 5.
On 1st and 10, Mills gives this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Easy ones. It's easy ones. It's coming again.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 4. Now they go screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 41-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, Haywood.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mills, complete. Smith has it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 20-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down.
53 to Mike. 53.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Traquan Smith, his first touchdown on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17.
Makes the score Redskins 20, Bears 17.
So with exactly a minute to play, here comes a critical onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Redskins, and that should just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL?
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Washington, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.